Yo, what it do? Welcome back to a divine message. I'm here with the divine, I'm here with the Holy Spirit. We're to see what's cracking. It's pretty windy, pretty cold. But it feels good though. It feels needed. It feels like spring cleaning. What's up? The assassin. Ruthlessness and conviction. Okay. You're an assassin. You have no shortage of conviction. You're in tune with your shadow. You're not afraid of your shadow. You're not afraid of your killer instinct. You're embracing it. Adventure, responsibility, expectations. You're ruthlessly being an adventurer. You're ruthlessly making sure your life is an adventure. That's what's most important for you. You're not going to let anyone stop you from living an adventure of a life. And most people will. Most people will want you to be limited. There's also a lot of people who want the best for you. They want you to explore. They want you to live a great life because they live a great life. But Spirit is saying you have to be ruthless. You have to have tunnel vision. You have to push people away. You can't keep playing other people's programs for forever. The hare, unseen potential, hesitation, and the king, control, reversal of fortune. The masquerade, hiding your true self, projection, and the puppeteer, explanations, apologies. Yeah, you have unseen potential, you have untapped in potential. And this is going to come as you take these leaps of faith. Leaps of faiths, leaps of faith. As you go out into the world and let your energy be what it is. You're going to receive miracles by you simply living the reality you want to live. Not by controlling the outcome. Not by force. But just through your own force and your own self. Your miracles won't come from you convincing somebody of something. Your miracles are going to come from you freeing yourself. You being in a state of mind where you feel unstoppable. Okay. The foundations, community. So it looks like people may be apologizing to you spiritually. In the spiritual realm, they're apologizing to you. Maybe not in real life. Some of them in real life, maybe. But I feel like most would not apologize in real life. But people are apologizing to you because they didn't see that you are a raw creator. You are a creative genius. And they couldn't see it back then. But as they're starting to be aware of what you do and how the world works, how life works, they're gaining more respect for you. And they feel the need to apologize. So if you feel them tugging, it's really not that they want anything. They want you to know that they love you. They want you to know that they have a new found respect for you. They appreciate your alchemy. So there's people who are alchemists, artists, creators themselves, where they have their own system of alchemy. And you have yours. And they didn't realize what you were doing. They didn't realize your system of alchemy until later, until now. Because it's completely opposite as theirs. But now they're learning from you, the wise one, tradition, and order. They're learning from your energy. They're learning from your energy, from your spirit. Because you were there for them in spirit. You were there for them in meditation. It's like that is your magnum opus. Your being is your magnum opus. Your spirit is your magnum opus. Your most powerful work is your spirit. And you've invested in that. You've invested in your spirit while being alive and while being on the other side. But what you're teaching is that being alive is the place to master your spirit. It's actually the place. Being incarnated is the way to master your spirit. It's not as fun on the other side as you may think. But this is where it's at. Okay. Yeah, you help people individually. The patron, mentorship, finances, the poet, relationships, vulnerability, the gambler, loss, risks. You help people individually. You're a private. You do private service. Even if your work is out in the public, its intention is to work on the individual soul. And your spirit is the same way. Your intentions when you hyperfixate on yourself is that is the best way to heal yourself. And when you master healing yourself, you can master healing another individual. The dancer, self-expression, strength. So those are really the most important forms of healing, more so than mass healing. The two most important is individual and soul to soul. And your goal when you're doing mass healing, when you're talking to an audience, should be to heal soul to soul. And the key to do that is really to just look within. Speak to the audience like you're speaking to yourself. I feel like you've reached a point of mastery that you've longed for. You put in the work that maybe you didn't necessarily need. Because I feel like whatever this is, whatever your service is, you're just built for it. You're meant to do it. You're already a master. But you still wanted to put in the dirty work. The dirty work. You still wanted to master the basics. And you've come to a point of mastery where you could change the entire genre. You could create the genre from scratch again. You could take it apart. You could take apart your industry from scratch and make something brand new. Okay. And this is risky. On the surface, it's risky. If you look at the odds, if you try to calculate it mathematically, it may not be in your favor. It may look like you're going to fail. But in spirit, it's the only way. And in spirit, it's actually 100% success. No chance of failing. So maybe to the ego, it's like 0.1% you'll win. In spirit, it's 100%. So remember that. Remember that when you try to prove yourself wrong, when you're overthinking. Of course, your ego is going to tell you the opposite. Of course, your ego is going to tell you the odds. But spirit is telling you it's 100%. Everything you do is 100% accurate. 100% successful. You're about to be flying. You're about to be flying in a new place, in a new city, in a new experience that has reminders of an old place, feels reminiscent, but it's also your future. I feel like there's a spot, there's a place. There's a place that's made for you to build around, made for you to grow in. This could be a person as well, probably is. A relationship, but there's a spot where, I feel like there's a spot on earth where this relationship thrives. For some of you, it's New York. This card is New York. some of you, it's other places, Hawaii. Iceland, maybe. I don't know. Someplace ethereal, someplace where you get something new every day. You just feel and see God every day. It could be multiple different places. It's like spirit is funny where you think everything is spiritual and the physical doesn't really matter, but the physical does matter. And there is a spot. There is a spot that's made for you. Now there might be other spots. There might be other spots that you and your lover love individually. But as a couple, there's like one spot where both of y'all feel at home. But the masculine's very happy right now. He's very happy because he knows what Spirit's saying. He knows his future is going to be different. He knows his future's bright. He knows there's a change. He knows there's a change coming his way. But he's happy that he's found his home within himself. He's found his peace within himself. He's connected to his gods. He's connected to his most beloved gods. And he's very happy with his gods. He's very happy with his spirit friends. He doesn't need anything else. And it's exciting because each time a new spirit guide comes in, it feels like they were always meant to be in your tribe. It feels like they've always been with you. So he knows that there's more of these to come. And each time they come in, it's always very, very special, and it always reflects what's going on in his life. So he's excited regardless of where he is. And the feminine feels the same way. She feels the same way, but she is like very happy about her surroundings. She's very happy at her ability to manifest her reality. She feels like there's nothing really that she needs to work on. Like her manifestation skills blow her away. She knows she's a master. All she has to do is look around. She has to open her eyes and she knows she's a master. Okay. 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 So Spirit is saying, while the masculine feels incredible, what's important for the feminine to know is that he has gone through war. He has gone through an internal war and an external war. So that is why he feels so relieved, because he has been distressed. He's been under a lot of pressure. He's been under a lot of stress. And the people who fought against him are dealing with extreme towers. Everything is crumbling. and they refuse to look up. And the masculine could feel it all. He could feel that while he's going through this ascension, there's been a split in reality where the people working against him are now on their own. He's no longer their guide. They're left with their own burdens. They chose the other way. Now there is a path of redemption for these people. There is a way. They have to go to God. But that's not your responsibility anymore. Your responsibility is to live and enjoy your life. Okay? So don't feel bad. I feel like you're getting very specific downloads about these people. You know what's going on. And that's your choice. That's your choice to know. Maybe it gives you peace. It gives you peace to know that even though it's not your burden anymore, you still care. So it's like you've ascended to your birthright and to your spirit. You've ascended to the team of God. And God is always has his hand out. God is always willing to help and lead you back to him. So Spirit is just saying you're no longer there with him. You're no longer there with them. You're no longer there dealing with their stuff. You're now with us. You're with God. You are now the healer. That maybe some things that you're feeling on these people are things that you needed to reflect on in your own journey. That while maybe they made mistakes, maybe you weren't too far from making those same mistakes. So there's always something to learn from it. It may help you in the future. Okay? All right. I love you. God bless you. Peace.